So it's more than obvious that putting a roof on this building, adding windows and doors, will not make this a livable place.
I'm Leni, an ecologist and in my early 30s. In the beginning of the year, I made my two biggest dreams come true. I adopted a rescue puppy and bought a piece of land, including a derelict cottage, which I want to turn into a beautiful homestead for us and a safe haven for wildlife. This is our story.
I had my meeting with the architect today, and the good news is he supports my project. He had very similar ideas to what I already talked you through in my second video. We came to the same conclusions about how things could work. He's a big advocate for sustainable building materials, as am I. Gave me a lot of tips, showed me a lot of materials that I could use. And I hope that we can work together, that he can make plans for the house and for the little shed behind me. He can also be in charge of everything being up to legal standards so that I don't have to worry about that. And the first thing that we will tackle is the little shed. This probably used to be maybe a chicken coop. I'm not sure, but I want to rebuild it using the structure that's already there and use it as living space. But until then, I will take some measurements to send the architect, make up some plans or my ideas, send him that so that we can hand in documents to get a building permit to use this old chicken coop and turn it into living space.
That teeny tiny bush is also an invasive species, so it's going. There are also a lot bigger ones on the property that will come down in winter. So it's more than obvious that putting a roof on this building, adding windows and doors, will not make this a livable place. The floor needs to be cleaned up, ripped out, and a new floor needs to be put in. Windows and doors need to be added after the lintels are fixed and stabilized. The walls need to be repointed and built up, and these little holes where I assume the chickens used to go in and out need to be filled. Especially the wall on this corner needs to be rebuilt. The walls need to be insulated towards the inside so that I can keep the beautiful brickwork on the outside. And even though having a view of the night sky or just the tree above you is beautiful, but this thing needs a roof. I would love to finish this before the winter sets in. And this little tiny house is more or less a trial run. I can practice a lot of techniques on this little house behind me before I tackle the big one. It's not totally overwhelming, and I think it's a perfect way to start. I can learn to work with the materials on a small scale, get comfortable, get to know the workflow, and also have a place for me to stay on this property. Everything I do in this renovation will be with natural materials, and I'm thinking of adding a green roof to the structure. The first thing that I will tackle is getting rid of all the dirt, but I don't have the dumpster here just yet. alongside the renovation of the tiny house, I will work on protecting the structure that is still standing at the cottage. The real renovation for the cottage will probably not start for half a year or more, because until then I will be working on the tiny one. My original plan was to build a wooden structure in this cottage to support the roof, and the architect came to that same conclusion. So getting on a tarp is crucial to protect what is left. I can't be putting on a new roof structure just yet, because before that happens, I need to get in that wooden structure inside the house. Before that happens, I need to get the floor done, which all in all is a bigger project. The roof structure will definitely be done by professionals, but until then I need to figure out a way to tarp the rest of the roof to protect everything inside and also enable me to start work inside the cottage without everything getting wet once it rains. Building the new roof will probably not happen until next year, so anything that I can do to protect the structure that is still standing is a win.
He also suggested using this sand mix in the future floor. So what I'm doing here isn't a total waste of time, and I think it will be fine to just sieve it through one time.
I hope that gave you a bit more insight into my building plans. I will definitely be sharing more about every single step as I come to them, because some are just very vague ideas right now, and I want the architect to make better plans before I tell you something that is just not true. My main focus this year will be on the tiny house, tiny cottage, whatever you want to call it. And next year I will be focusing on this house if everything goes according to my plan. You never know what happens, and plans might change, but I will keep you updated and hope that you want to come and join me on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.